subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right, what's up, family? What's up, guys? We in the building. Round of applause for you. Gather on in. Let's chop it up like we do. Glad to have you guys tuning in for the tap in. And I am Tariq. And we're going to chop up some great game as we always do. But I'm going to need you to give me a retweet. That's what we got to start doing. We got to start a retweet right now with everybody giving me a nice fly retweet to let everybody know that we are indeed in the building. And then let me give a quick shout out to some of the regulars in here real quick. FBA Law, East Siders, FBA Daymo, Habits, No Cap, Sweets, Lil Ol' Me, Rhonda, Ill Cap, the Queen FBA in the Bay, Black Republican, our Brazilian brother Martin in the building, DeLauren, Dior, Sir Mike, Melanie, I ain't seen you in a minute, Melanie, Welsing, Miss Skyline, Grinds TV, Noel, Shane, Ernest, Hoodoo, Stephanie, Rashonda, Nicety Girl. I know we're going to see you at the museum, Nicety Girl, on October 4th. Brother Raheem, Dirty Mackin, Queen Mother Empress, Bay Area player Twizzle in the building. Much respect to you guys. And don't forget, we're having the Funny Fall Fest at the Hidden History Museum, October 4th. So everybody get your tickets at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. And it's going to be a vibe. We have some phenomenal comics up there. It is going to be a stone cold vibe. I'm going to be in the building with you. There's going to be a lot of nice mingling. Ladies, come on there, meet you a nice good fella. Or you can bring your own dude. Dudes, bring your lady. Or come single and meet you something fly. We have nice, fly, fine women at the museum when we do our events. The ladies are lovely. Brother McCall, I see you, brother. Speaking of women, family, have y'all seen what's going on with Brittany Renner? Brittany Renner and her baby daddy, PJ Washington. Didn't he play for Dallas or something right now? He played for the Mavericks, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't follow balls like that. I don't follow the game like that, but I think he plays for Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. The Dallas Mavericks. So here's the thing. There was a video circulating of Brittany Renner, and it was her mama filming. I don't know. Her mama was talking shit, and PJ showed up. He's married to some other woman. She's fine too. What a fine thing. So he went to pick up his son from Brittany, and the baby is crying, and then Brittany's talking shit, and then they start talking about money, and not enough money this, not enough money that, and then they cursing out the new wife. The Brittany's mom is cursing out. It's all over the place. It's a train wreck. It is a train wreck. It is a train wreck. And the OGs are not surprised. Who's surprised? Let's be real. Who's surprised that this thing is a train wreck? Listen, this who didn't see that kind of drama coming? Family, let's understand relationship dynamics. Let's understand. Listen, Brittany and people were very critical of her and the relationship because many people thought it was kind of predatory. You know, she's an older, seasoned woman. How old is Brittany now? Ain't she 40 or damn near 40? 30. Oh, shit. My wife says she's 32. Is Brittany Renner 32, 33, guys? What's up, Professor Allen? Oh, is okay. My wife says she about 32. Oh, no. Oh, no. But let me tell you something. The Brittany Renners, those women out here who's kind of known in the streets, known in the industry, who's been around the block. She's she's been around. She's allegedly passed around. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, I'm not going to speculate, but she's been around. She's kind of admitted that, that coochie has seen the streets. That coochie has been around the streets. It's been around the block. And, she's used to getting flued out and all of that. These women who, yeah, I'm trying to, they kind of come up off the looks a little bit. These Instagram, I don't say models. What do you call them? They're not really models. They try to use these words like Instagram models, Instagram influencers. Some people say groupies. There's different euphemisms you can use. But listen, a lot of these women realize that the wall is coming. You don't have no other marketable skills like that. They understand when that wall comes, it's gonna be a bitch. There's the wall anxiety. See, they fear of aging out of the market. They know they're gonna age out. And when you build your brand around youth and beauty and being the fine shit, then that expiration date is coming for that now. So if you don't have any other kind of skills, you're gonna get aged out of the marketplace. And in superficial celebrity culture, that whole being famous for being famous or being well known just for being well known or doing something thoughtish or whatever, that plays out. That's gonna dry up. You understand? A lot of the video vixens and all of that, oh, they come and go, don't they? After a while, they all start coming and going. Then all of a sudden, you don't hear from them no more. They all disappear because that wall hit. And if they don't have any other marketing skills, you don't ever hear from them. When's the last time you heard from Buffy the Body? Y'all remember her? Who remembers Buffy the Body from the early 2000s? Ain't heard from her. No, and I'm not saying this to disrespect or diss Buffy the Body. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not trying to diss nobody, but I'm just showing y'all how the game is. We're just talking game. I'm just talking what is, how the game operates. Yeah. A lot of those video vixens from the early 2000s, boy, you don't see them no more. They done aged out. And the thing is, when a lot of these women are starting to age out of that Instagram vixen thing, oh, it's time to secure a child somewhere. Oh, I better find, you got to use these use these looks to get a wealthy dude. So they got to get that last minute exit strategy going on so they can maintain some kind of relevance or some kind of long-term financial security. See, they got to monetize fertility as like a business move, you know? And that was a business transaction. That wasn't no family building. These women know that child support, especially from some kind of NBA player, entertainer, that's tens of thousands of dollars a month. That's a guaranteed stream of income with legal backing. So that baby becomes an investment vehicle because look, some of them appearances are going to dry up. You're not getting flued out to do appearances at the club no more. Ain't nobody putting you in videos no more. So you better use those looks. That's what they think. Hey, I got a few good looks left. Let me use them. We're seeing a pattern. Oh, Drea. Drea's going out there getting them rookies and getting knocked up by them rookies. These women who still look good. Now, Drea is 40, right? Yeah, now she's 40. She looks hella good for 40. Yeah. But yeah, she already has kids. So she's like, hey, let me get one more investment in here. One more investment ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna hurt. One more investment ain't gonna hurt. And these women understand, look, they understand the power dynamics. And when they target these inexperienced young dudes, these rookies, because their names are known in the industry streets, their names are known. See, the game ain't gonna work on some of the veterans in the game. So a lot of these older industry savvy women, they know how to target these young players out here who's naive, impressionable, low key eager for female validation. Yeah. So there's a power imbalance. See, the OGs already know they can't get the OGs. The OGs are already hip to the game because these women had already laid up with half their homies, so they already know what the deal is. You done already been passed through. Y'all better understand how the game goes. That's why they got to go get them real. They got to get them fresh in the league. They get them niggas fresh in the damn league, and they don't. There's no industry chat yet. These dudes ain't been around in the league like that, where somebody's gonna pull them to the side and kind of let them know, hey man, me and the homies then went through that, brother. You might not want to do that. Now with PJ Washington, I'm pretty sure somebody pulled him to the side though, but I get on that in a minute. But women like Brittany, man, there's an industry burnout and there's declining attention. See, these women that's kind of been allegedly passed around heavily and circulated in the industry, they face this reputational fatigue. You're no longer the hot it girl. You know, been there, done that. The niggas already didn't hit it. Yeah. There's new girls coming around getting passed around. See, that's the thing. If you're gonna be a pass around, you got to be a new pass around. If that's what you want to be, you got to compete with the other pass arounds. You understand? There's new freaks hopping in the game every day. You got to compete with them pass arounds. Then you got to compete with the wives. Then you got to compete with the baby mamas. There's a lot of competition out here for the ballers. You know? So that's why these women are going real young. They wait until these guys get fresh in the league. They getting them young and very impressionable. And when they get these dudes, have babies by them, and then when these relationships predictably fail, they start weaponizing the whole baby mama narrative. They start low key sabotaging dudes, filming negative interactions, just like that little corny shit that they did. Filming him picking up the kid and putting it on the internet, just little old burnt out ass bullshit. And PJ Washington up here just looking pathetic, dealing with this shit. PJ, y'all, I hope you listening, PJ. I know some OGs tried to pull your ass to the side. I know somebody sat you down and say, hey, bruh, no. But I'm gonna get on you in a minute. Listen, man, these women out here, some of these Instagram hotties, they need that financial parachute when them brand deals stop. You know, that influencer fame that don't always transfer into long-term wealth. Your fitness ebooks and your flat tummy tea and all that shit. Yeah, that only works if you still hot, you know? And you're getting older, the game is going to dry up, so you got to start weaponizing the legal system for leverage. And we already people know family courts in the US, they're notoriously favorable to mothers regardless of the circumstances around the pregnancy. So, that's a good come up for these women. Yeah. And a lot of these women, truth be told, man, they have a lot of subconscious resentment towards dudes in the industry because they'd have been passed around and ain't nobody wiped them up. So they're trying to get revenge. So they'll get one of these young dudes and get revenge on him for all the dudes who kind of pass you around and toss you aside. You know? So there's a lot of subconscious revenge tactics there. So trapping a rising star, that's like that could be a way of them kind of flipping the script to kind of assert control and yeah, getting your little lick back. And even these little public meltdowns, that becomes revenue stream. When the relationship goes bad and there a lot of drama is surrounding it. Now they've monetized that. Now you can hop on a damn television show and monetize the damn drama. You can monetize the drama on the internet. You can go get on Basketball Wives or Love a Hip Hop Show or whatever and center the drama in your relationship. So there's another bag and stream of revenue there. I'm pretty sure with the shit going on with Brittany, Mona Scott Young is probably somewhere doing the Birdman hand rub, calling her ass like, hey, come on down and let's talk about letting you be a cast member or something. You know? But she was on basketball. Brittany was on Basketball Wives? She is on it now. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Good freaking grief. Lord, and yeah, she was trying to do that whole Muslim thing. Oh God. Yeah, she was running around with what's his name, dear? What's his name? You heard me? What is his name? I can't think of his name. What's his name? Me and my wife having a brain fart. What's that? Kevin Gates. You're running around with Kevin Gates, and that was weird. She's running around. He's weird, and she's weird. She's running around there in a damn burqa and shit. It was all over the place. What the is going on out here in these streets? But my young players, well, I feel for y'all, dude. Y'all got Islamic thoughts. It's too much in these goddamn streets right now. Damn. Good grief, man. Oh yeah, God. Listen, brothers, my young cats. Listen, my young brothers, let me talk to y'all for a minute. Let me talk to you. Family, this is why it's important for you to listen to some OGs. I know some OGs had to sit Washington down and pull his coat. The old girl has been around the block too much. Somebody had to say something to this nigga. I do not believe nobody pulled that dude to the side when they first saw him hanging out with her, and somebody had to say, "Dude, be careful. Don't do it." And a lot of these cats, I mean, when you're young, a lot of dudes, you think you're invincible. Man, you better listen to some of these veterans and some of these OGs, man. Some of these OGs, they speak from real experiences, not theories. See, a lot of these young dudes, man, these younger cats, you speak from fantasy and hormones. See, the OGs, they speak from scars and real shit. They're trying to tell you something that's going to help you. They've already played with fire. Some of them been finessed. They seen cats get finessed. They seen manipulative relationships. So when they give you advice, that's going to be based on consequences they've already lived through, not assumptions. Always find you a good OG. When I was young, and I always hung around the OGs. They would always lace me with that real shit that I needed to hear. It's very important. That lived wisdom, that'll save young players, man, a lot of years of pain, money, and regret. The game don't change, man, just the players. That's a cliche. That shit don't change, man. A lot of these dudes think the women of the day are kind of different. No, they're more innovative with thought. It's nothing different. The thoughts have always been there. You know? You think you can, some of y'all out here thinking you can outgame some of these seasoned ass thoughts. You got some OG thoughts out here who know how to get over on niggas, man. Especially a young dude who don't see that shit coming. And all you see is like some little fine, broad tone body or whatever with a crazy mouth that feels dynamite. You dig? They know all types of tricks to do to these niggas. Yeah, the niggas out here getting your gooch licked and, and nibbled on. They doing all types of shit. My wife said, "How you know?" I heard, sweetie. That's what I. I heard. This is what I heard, sweetie. Don't question me. This is what I heard from others. Now, my wife is questioning me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about others. I was Christian when I met you. but dude, a lot of these dudes, man, they're young and they're full of this ego thing. They're full of ego, man, and the OGs got more of a perspective. See, when you're young, your ego tells you you're invincible, that you can't be played. Oh no, not me. Ain't nobody gonna play me. I'm special. Shit. The OGs know better. They seen the most talented, richest, most handsome cats, whatever, get finessed. So yeah, a lot of these dudes, they're not giving you advice to hate, man. Sometimes, they're just trying to make sure you good. They're trying to make sure your shit don't crash out. You see, a lot of the OGs, they know the long game. A lot of the younger cats, man, you getting these short-term wins. Little quick sex, quick attention, little clout. The OGs, they understand the long-term consequences. They know about the custody battles, the child support, the reputation damage, financial ruin. They know. Cats know. So somebody giving you a warning, man, that's a blessing. That's not control. Nobody trying to, tell you what to do, but if somebody's trying to bless you with some game, take heed to that. It's a lot of young players, man. They think OGs or somebody's trying to control them. You know, OGs they ain't trying to ruin your life, man. They trying to save your life. Yeah, we don't need to see other cats get caught up. And a good OG, they don't want credit. They just don't want to see another young cat fall into a trap that can be sidestepped. The OGs, they understand the setups. They can spot a setup a mile away. Like you think these niggas ain't seen Brittany Renners out there? There's a whole bunch of them out there, and they see them trying to rebrand themselves as spiritual and humble. Oh, dude, OGs see that shit. I remember I was at a church one time with this little fine thing way before my lady, way before my lady, and I saw all the thoughts from the club in the church too. They're like, "What you doing here?" I'm like, "What you doing here?" Nigga, they were up there. What y'all here trying to finesse somebody? What y'all trying to do? You know, because I'm up there with this goofy ass chick. You know, I'm in here trying to get in where I fit in, and I saw every thought from the damn club up in that church, and they're looking like, "Hey, don't say nothing. All right, I ain't gonna bust you out, but you know, get off your knees." I, I know what you were doing on your knees before you were on your knees praying. So, but look, man, look, life is short, man. Not every lesson don't have to be learned the hard way. The OGs, they exist so you ain't got to personally experience every L. eh? So yeah, listen to somebody help you leapfrog some of them crash outs. Man, that I hate to see PJ's looking pathetic. He got the new wife, little fine thing, and she's getting cussed out by this crazy round the block ass chick and her mama. Damn. But hey, don't be looking sad now, brother. Somebody warned you. You should have taken heed to it. Yeah. Man. Let me get some calls. Y'all hop on in here and chop it up. Damn, we got a lot of folks in here early. Shout out to everybody in here. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you. Percy Earl. Um, let me see. Let's get Miss Boney in the building. Let's get Boney in the building. Oh, there you go, Boney. What's up, Boney?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Boney. How are you?
Pretty good. So I listened to a lot of what you said. This is more so relevant to what you were saying before, not to what you were saying just now. But Shannon Sharp always comes to my mind when I think about Black romance or like Black love
Mm-hmm.
because Shannon Sharp, I always think about the interview that he had with Keke Palmer, where, she's younger, obviously, but you could see during that interview that Keke Palmer was kind of flirting with him and sort of leaving the door open for a romance between the two.
Mm,
But then, sort of a month later, you see that Shannon Sharp not only rejected Keke Palmer's advances, but he also found himself caught up with this white woman who ruined his reputation
yeah.
and sued him and all, XYZ. um it just seems to me a lot of the times that when you have a black woman who could be misconstrued as, like, I don't know, I want to use internet terms, so I'll say like low value or like, misguided or whatever.
Mhm.
A lot of times it could fall on the black man to, I don't know, interject or like interrupt this trajectory and sort of like create something greater. So I also look at like Rihanna and ASAP Rocky as
Mhm.
like an example where
Mhm.
Rihanna was like, I don't know, Rihanna was like like she definitely was viewed for a long time as like a thought. And but then she met ASAP Rocky, so she was viewed as like this sexually promiscuous woman. ASAP Rocky, who I think at the time, right before he was dating Rihanna, was viewed as like this guy who was sort of like leaning towards like dating white women because he was like seen with one of the Kardashian girls. But he sort of like dissed her and got rid of her and then dated Rihanna. And now they're like this sort of like black royalty couple.
Oh,
I feel like a lot of times it's the it's both parties, but mostly the man, mostly the black man, who has to sort of like find that black woman even in her like negative like peril, and sort of like give her the benefit of the doubt, and then they create something beautiful. I say to my dad all the time, I'm a black American woman, and if my black American husband is my soulmate, I'll never meet him because he's in prison.
mm,
I just feel like the black man could be doing so much more for us. And I see it whenever I watch a black man do something great and sort of like ascend and find his black woman and they become like an ideal couple. It's always, in my opinion, the black man's doing. It's always something that he has done, a black guy has done, gone like transcended from like these social norms to create something greater.
okay. Cool. Okay. There it is. Well, thank you so much, Boney. Why y'all? Some of y'all giving the thumbs down. Some of y'all disagree with Miss Boney. Y'all disagree. Let's get John Horse in the building. John Horse,
Hey, what's good, Tariq?
what's up, brother? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. I just kind of wanted to piggyback on what you were saying about PJ, man. Look, I always like TBA also said, ain't nothing wrong with laying up with a side chick, a little jump off or whatever. But the problem is with a lot of dudes, not even just the young ones, even some of the older ones, they don't know how to sleep with a woman and just send her home.
Yeah.
They come on the scene and they get in the bed with her and they just stay for too long and then they get confused about why they there. Next thing you know, them niggas just end up husbands and baby daddies and shit like that, and they end up in situations just like PJ. And you can tell men as much as you want, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, keep this shit where it is. Like, don't sit there and try to be no husband, no baby daddy or nothing like that. But the problem is that she doing a bunch of shit that basically, you know what I'm saying, turning tricks on the little nigga, and he really don't know how to come up out of there unscathed. So unfortunately, it's just he just got to learn the hard way.
Real talk, and that's a very good point, man. See, a lot of these young dudes, man, they get in the league, and they fresh out of the country somewhere from a rural place or wherever. They somewhere where wasn't a lot of dimes, wasn't a lot of hotties. And I mean, some of these guys are like, damn, like really fresh out of high school. So, you go from the little high school chicks, who, they don't know what they're doing, and then you get one of these seasoned ass chicks who's licking all types of shit on your body, and oh my God, I'm special. You don't know that she perfected that from being in them damn streets, and then your ass get caught up. Now, a girl brought up Shannon Sharp. Now, Shannon, that situation is a little unique because Shannon, I don't think Shannon was in a relationship with that woman. That was like some kind of a trick shit. It just seemed like a trick hoe type of relationship, and it sounds like they were into some kind of race play with each other just based on her texts talking all that I want a big old black baby up in me and all that stuff, and then they're talking. It was a race play thing that she actually used against him, where she was probably like, "Oh, I want you to choke me. It turns me on when you choke me with your big old black hands." And remember, she released those text messages of him talking about choking her. And that ain't gonna play good in court. That's why he had to settle. Now I'm thinking that all that choking talk was race play. I don't think he was literally gonna choke her. I'm thinking that they're basically in character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. What are you gonna do when you see me? I was gonna choke you, and I was gonna choke you good. What? Oh my! With your big old black Negro hands? I sure is. Hey, wait till I see. I was gonna choke you something good. I was gonna choke the life out you and on you when I choke you. So it's like, nigga, you come on, brother. You texting this shit? Come on, man. No, Shannon, come on, brother. Oh goodness. Okay.
Hey family, you all need to come down to the Hidden History Museum on Saturday, October 4th, 2025 for the Funny Fall Fest Comedy Mixer. It's hosted by Tariq Nasheed and Dwan B, and there are going to be some of the funniest comics in the game performing that night. This is the place to be. I've got a full evening lined up just for you, starting with a complimentary dinner, pop music, followed by a night of non-stop laughter. It's going to be popping for real. You don't want to miss this night of food, fun, and comedy at the Hidden History Museum. Get your tickets now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. See you there.